I'm Anna.
Shelly.
Lynn.
Hi, I'm Bianca.
And today we're going to be talking about how to land that dream job.
Love it.
Not just the job itself, but the process of getting there. So, how to write a good resume, what human resource officers would look for, very practical and helpful tips that we wish we knew when we were there.
And we'll start with our top 5. No, but top 5 na. Ang dami natin ginawa eh. Top 5 na
Tips for the job hunting process.
These are things that have worked for us, so hopefully they will also work for you.
Yon ang gusto kong sabihin. Si Shelly lang ang nagsabi.
And for the first one, we have leave your ego at the door.
Grabe, ang bigat ka agad. Una.
Kaka-start na lang.
Wala na ko yung akin.
Oo, girl. Wala pa 1 minute ego na agad yung babagbasahan.
Ang harsh, no? I've had a lot of experience with batchmates or friends or younger sisters of friends na nag-graduate ako ng gantong school or nag-graduate ako na top ganyan ako. Dapat ganito agad trabaho ko. But in the real world, and many people who have their dream job actually started from the bottom, started doing it. What I was telling sina Anna, Lynn, and Shelly kanina was, when you are starting out, ang dami mo talagang gagawing pro bono work. And it will be worth it if only for the people you'll meet, the contacts, and the network that you'll create. And in the long run, 10 years down the line, kayo-kayo nagsimula together, kayo-kayo din yung nakaangat together. Wow,
And it's not always kasi, syempre magsisimula ka magtrabaho, it's not always sweldo.
Yeah.
Right.
ROI mo. Pwedeng sa ngayon, skills. Kasi kakapasok mo pa lang ng kumpanya, how do you know what taxes to file or how to go about working with what a board meeting is.
Correct.
Kahit na nagtitimpla ka ng kape, tas feeling mo aping-api ka, you have to make sure that you're learning something. That in that sense, hindi ka walang nakukuha.
And just to add, like every time we hold a career day in the school, what I see as the common thread is that these successful people, they always started, not naman always, but most of them started at the bottom. And one of the things that stuck is that this one person, he said because he started at the bottom, when he became general manager of this hotel chain, hindi siya maloko ng mga empleyado niya.
Yes,
because he knows exactly what happens every step of the way.
Yes, parang alam niya what it takes and that person can tell you that it can't be done kasi nagawa mo, alam mo. And you'll be a more efficient leader in the future kasi alam mo yung how everything works.
And if you can't handle the small things, what makes you think you can handle the big things?
Oh, man. Baka pagtimplahan ka kami. Okay, number 1 pa lang yan, ah. Ego eh. Ano
Okay.
Always write an awesome cover letter. Always.
Okay, so this is actually my contribution, and the reason for this is that I get a lot of CV or applications via email now. Wala na atang snail mail application ngayon. But one of my pet peeves is that walang cover letter. Or minsan nga walang pangalan, walang kahit anong letter, blank email lang, tapos naka-attach lang. So minsan yung walang virus ba to? Mamaya, makorrupt yung email ko. Or minsan naman, PSA, hindi man lang, please see attached. Pero as
Sorry, PSA was always public service announcement to me.
So parang, but what we don't realize is that that's most of the time, that's the first thing that employers or HR personnel see. So if you're able to write, a cover letter, very engaging, very tailored to what the company needs, then that's a bonus point for you. And more likely than not, you'll be able to get an interview with that company.
And sometimes what your resume has does not, what it doesn't have, you can explain in your cover letter.
Right.
So for example, I don't have work experience in this field, but I did this and this and this.
Right.
Or I'm a fast learner, I was part of this ganito, I managed this project, ganyan. So it's very helpful. And write an awesome cover letter includes having proper grammar and spelling and punctuation.
And you were talking about also triple checking it before sending it.
Yeah, not just the cover letter, but the resume also. I once made a mistake of sending a resume. I was still in college and I was very careless. And I misspelled my own course. And my course was English Studies. I forgot na how I misspelled it. Pero nakakahiya, diba? I mean, you're supposed to be an English major and you misspelled your own course. Good thing the HR person was my friend and sent it back to me and said, girl, maling spell ko yung course. Ayusin mo to.
So, ang sarap din ng feeling, kunyari, syempre gagawa ka ng cover letter, tapos sa cover letter na yan, gagawin mong appropriate dun sa job that you're applying for. And in that sense, you're able to backtrack and see where or what are the skills you have and what are the skills you'd like to share with the company. That way also, when you're making your cover letter, you kind of realize, is this job really something that I would want? Bagay ba ako
Is it a good fit?
Gusto ko ba sila? Gugustuhin ba nila ako? Yun.
Number 3, we have,
Use the power of visualization. This has worked for me in the sense na bago ko pumasok dun sa tatawagin ako ng interview, usually yan, wala akong tulog. Yun yung I imagine myself having the job already. Kunyari, mag-a-apply ako ng, I once applied to become to handle the corporate social responsibility department of this lifestyle brand. And I already visualized myself having it so that all the questions that they would ask me, what are your strengths? What project would you like to lead? Sasagutin ko siya given that context. Para din nasa isa kaming, we're on the same page. It's not like, what are your strengths? Well, I really like cooking. Okay, congrats! Next. Be sincere. Okay, this is me again.
What? It's not you, Lynn?
I know, right?
But she is the queen of sincerity.
Wow!
So maybe you'd like to... Pinasa, pasa load. Okay.
Me? Okay. Naput on the spot.
be sincere in your intentions for applying.
Yes.
Be sincere in your CV and your cover letter. Parang don't try too hard.
Yeah.
Diba?
And sorry, just want to share. Now that volunteerism is
Don't
parang...
be sorry.
Okay. now that
Don't use disclaimers.
now that volunteerism is uso, I get a lot of calls from my friends or from acquaintances. Parang, Lynn, I'm applying to this job and I wanna put there na I have a social background. So, is it okay if I put Mano Amiga there?
Interesting.
And parang to me...
Of course not, bitches.
To me though, it's so easy kasi to see... Parang you can't pretend you're passionate about education. Being passionate about something, it's not something you can really fake, right?
Absolutely.
Because being passionate about something, it makes you knowledgeable about the topic, what are the current trends, what's the history of the problem, etc. So, it will come out if you fake it.
And one step will lead to another. Sabihin mo, meron akong social background. Ganyan, nag-volunteer ako sa Mano Amiga. I'm very passionate about quality education for the underprivileged. Eh, paano kung ikaw yung pag-handlein nun? Anong alam mo? Diba? So you're gonna have to fake it all the way. That's not, I don't know. I don't think that's something you would want. Is it?
Hindi nag-a-apply dito yung fake it till you make it.
Oo.
It just doesn't apply. Okay. Last, if your dream job doesn't exist, create it. So sometimes you'll go to, when I graduated from college, I went to several job interviews and I wasn't happy about any of them. I like doing a lot of different things. I like writing, I like project management, I like performing, giving talks, ganyan. But then I couldn't find a job that had all of those. And that would give me the flexibility to do all of those things at the same time. So I created my dream job, which is the Chief Mermaid of Save Philippines. And I printed it on my business card. So, kinlame ko na siya.
At in-accept naman siya ng mga tao. So,
Oo. Meron akong letter from the Office of the President of the Philippines, nakalagay, Chief Mermaid. So,
She attends meetings with her goggles on.
with my shell bra.
Wow.
But I have picture.
No, but there. So, landing your dream job doesn't necessarily mean
Being employed.
Being employed or working in a large company or working in a startup. I mean, it's up to you how you define your dream job.
Right. But all these things are also applicable. Let's say you want to become an entrepreneur or you want to start something on your own. Maybe you can also interview yourself so you know what skills maybe you're lacking pa, what strengths you'd like to improve, mga ganyan-ganyang keme. Okay.
Keme! But don't use the word keme in your cover letter.
Yes.
But if you must,
it is spelled Queme.
without a U. But this is just us giving our tips on
What has worked for us, like
Yes.
Shelly said.
Yeah. In the next part, we're gonna talk to an expert who has background on human resources and interviewing people and selecting what works best for the company.
Oo. Paano ba ako makukuha? Yun ang masasagot na tanong.
Ano ba talaga ang tinitignan ng mga taga-HR? At paano ba talaga magsulat ng magandang resume? Kailangan ka kaya?
I don't have a resume. Confession.
So after
pagkatapos
today,
ito, meron na siyang CV.
yes.
So, stay put
For
See you a bit.
Bianca's CV.
Hi, my name is Miguel Olfindo from NMF TV, your source of intelligent entertainment. For the Bro Show and Hands-On, subscribe to NMF TV Sports. For the Call Center Show, the Soul Slam Show, and In Fairness, subscribe to NMF TV Urban Culture. For the Jing Mona Show and Live Love Laws, subscribe to NMF TV Lifestyle and Beauty. For Riot, subscribe to NMF TV Youth. For Robot Rise and new crazy gaming shows, subscribe to NMF TV Gaming. For Puto Tech Show and other tech-related shows, subscribe to NMF TV Tech. And of course, for Good Times with Mo, That Show, Machong Chismisan, and Two Girls One Cup, subscribe to NMF TV Humor. When you subscribe to these channels, you won't get all the noise from all the other channels that you don't really care about. So subscribe to each one that you want and enjoy. Welcome to the New Media Factory family.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it, and you should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
Uy, magsa-start na yung podcast natin ah.
Talaga?
Oo pre.
Eh, ano pag-uusapan natin dun?
Ayun, basketball, sapatos.
Ganda rin mo.
Current events. Yung mga balita pare, yung mga makaka-relate yung mga machong chismoso.
Pwede ba yung pag-usapan natin dun yung anak na dalaga ni Aling Basing?
Uy, batang bata. Pwede.
Okay.
Welcome back, Coffee Breakers.
Nagbabasurera. Okay.
Joining us today is somebody who spent most of his professional life in recruitment. So he started as a recruiter for 3 years, and after 3 years, he started training a firm of 500 recruiters. So I think he's a perfect person to ask for today.
Grabe, ang dami nun.
Let us welcome Mr. Neil Canaya.
Hi, Neil! Welcome to Coffee Break!
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm speechless. Okay, so I guess Neil, I know you heard our conversation earlier.
Yep.
And one of the questions we raised was that, what is it that an HR person or an employer is really looking for?
Actually, foremost, it's 2 R's. It's relevance and recency. So, how relevant is your experience to the job that you're looking for, and then how recent was the practice?
Okay. But So you said how relevant experience. What if you're a fresh graduate?
Correct.
How do you establish that relevance to a particular job?
Right. Well, the first thing that you need to think about is finding a job that suits you and your level of experience. If you're a fresh graduate, then you basically have to you have to realize that you're limited to only those jobs out there that will accommodate people with, you know, that level of skill, entry level, right? If you happen to be a fresh graduate with a license, like you're a teacher or you're a CPA, then automatically you fit into a mold, right? And then you can be part of an audit firm if you're a CPA. So we all have to accept, our fresh graduates will all have to accept that initially they'll start out in that little pond, and then gradually they're gonna build their experience and they're gonna build that skill set that's gonna make them more specialized.
Yeah, yun na yung sinasabi natin na leave your ego at the door.
Right.
Diba? But you were saying something about recent, like recent experience. So what's your gauge for that?
Actually,
Why does it also need to be recent? Hindi ba yan tipong
like riding a bike,
ganyan?
recency kasi is very, I guess the importance of recency matters or varies across different positions. Let's just say you're working on a technology intensive job, right? You can't not know the latest version of that technology.
MIRC, exactly.
Correct. Correct. But those jobs that basically stay static for a long time, you know, they're not very particular about recency. At the same time, recency is a differentiator. Let's just say there are 20 of you who are really, really good and are at that level of skill set. Then what makes you, I guess, what makes you edge out other people is how recent your experience is. So it really matters in becoming the A candidate. That's what we always call the candidates that are placeable.
But that tip makes so much sense. Kumbaga, your CV isn't just something na kailangan it shines on its own. It should shine beside others also.
Exactly. And I think that's what a lot of job seekers seem to forget. It's that, like, the more experience they gain and the more, I guess, the more lucrative the job they're looking for is, the more competition, the stiffer the competition becomes. So they can't think of themselves as being in a league of their own. There's got to be other people out there who are as good or even better. So they have to find a way to really just say, okay, my experience is more recent, or it's more well-rounded, it's more robust.
Tama. Oh. Okay, me, I'm curious. Having no resume. Kasi ang alam ko, wow, correct me if I'm wrong, ito yung mga name, basic info, picture, and then education yung una, and then the rest na yung work and skill set. But when you look at it,
Yabang na may awards.
Hindi! Meron talaga awards and distinctions, diba?
Obviously, your eyes will be drawn to saan unang pumupunta ba talaga?
Well, you think of it as, it's almost like a news piece, right? Whenever we write news pieces, they have to be like the inverted pyramid. All the most important, relevant stuff has to be up top. In the same way, a resume has to be designed that way. So you want to put up the most relevant and the most recent experience up top, and then the less relevant ones on the bottom.
Okay. So, Lynn Pinugu, 2013 Towns Award. Before age. Birthday, ganyan.
So actually later, Neil brought us samples of what makes a good and a bad CV. So, ay, sorry. Pero when he helps si Bianca later, meron tayong reference point of what's a good and a bad CV.
But on that same note, di ba usually job applications have your resume, your cover letter, and your interview. Paano yung mga tao na hindi masyadong magaling magsalita? Or hindi confident? Or hindi magaling mag-English?
Yeah, this is after resume, oy, okay to. Tapos time na for interview to meet the person. Pero yun nga, kulang
Nagpo-fall flat.
Yeah, finally nakikita yung diamond in the rough.
Wow!
Aladdin.
I guess, if communication skills are not an important factor in the job, there are times when they're not.
Sorry, I'm looking at action ko. Okay.
Really?
So, just if they're not, then you don't apologize for it. You come in with unapologetic behavior and still give it your best, right? So if you end up running out of English and you explain or elaborate in Filipino, then just do it without feeling like you're or like you're subpar, diba?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, their confidence wanes together with their English, which is not right. Now, if the interview...
Ang ganda ng tip na yun. Totoo.
Correct. And if the interview naman has to be 100% in English, then you'll have to give it your best, right? Ako, most, if not all of my interviews are done in English, and if I find that somebody does not speak in English 100%, I will call them out gently. But I will also tell them that, let's just say the position does not really need English as the most important qualification. I'll tell them that it just has to be that way because we speak English in the workplace. Something like that.
So in the end, kahit na, dahil nga alam mo na hindi naman kailangan silang mag-English dun sa job, they're also graded fairly.
Right. So, kunwari
Exactly.
programmer ka, hindi mo naman kailangan maging English.
Exactly.
Mag-English masyado.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
So, paano kung kunwari, tapos na yung interview and you think you did well, pero feel mo lang yun. But you haven't gotten a call, you haven't gotten an email. How do you follow up?
Should you follow
Or
up?
should you follow up?
Should you follow up? I think in general you should. It's in your best interest to do that. Especially for these one-off positions. When you know that they're only hiring one person for the post, it's important to make them feel that you treat the job as a great opportunity. So I think the first thing I would do is the day after, I'm gonna send a text or an email. An email is much better. Thanks. Just say, thanks for
The opportunity.
For the opportunity, for having me over for the interview. And I'm just gonna wait for your advice on the next steps. And I think if
Advice with an S.
with a C. Baka ma-disqualify mo with an S. Mahirap na. And then if, I don't know, maybe a second follow-up can happen a week after. But for those positions naman na Daima does it, you know that they're also talking to 20 other people and they're filling 10 slots. You don't want to, I guess, annoy the recruiter, so you don't want to follow up too often. Right?
Hi, where are you? Uy.
And it does happen. It does happen. So,
Were you? Levels?
No naman ata.
Hindi naman siguro.
Yung follow-up.
Yung super kulit na follow-up.
yung medyo makulit na follow-up.
Nakipag-text What you doing
Or
tomorrow?
nagsisend ng loan. Scammer pala.
I think we job seekers should also understand that recruiters, if they really are looking, if they really like you, then they are going to run after you. So it's also a gauge for you to know that, they're probably not so into you as their future hire. So it's important that if they don't get back to you immediately, okay, switch and pivot over to the next job opportunity.
But Neil, would sending a follow-up be helpful in your case?
There are some absent-minded recruiters, so I will say it never hurts to follow up at least once.
Ba't ang galing ni Neil?
Pero how should...
Anong tone?
Oo, like...
Hey!
Sometimes, I have friends na I'm choosing between two jobs. So, this is the job I want, but I haven't heard from
Medyo
them.
demanding.
Oo. Hindi, parang I haven't heard from this job. Pero, yung isa naman, nag-o-offer na, pero hindi naman niya masyadong gusto. So, how can you say na, actually, in demand ako. So, pero mas gusto ko yung trabaho na.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Parang
question, yeah.
Na you show that you show but you don't.
Kumbaga may validity yung application mo sa inyo.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the way you said it is exactly the right way to position it. Now, you don't say, hey, you know what, I'm in demand, I've got offers left and right, but you say, you know what, after that interview, I got a really good sense of what the company is like, what the culture is like, what the role is like, and I'm excited. But I just want you to know that I'm also having conversations with other companies, with other potential employers, and I'd really love to hear from you.
Type nyo yan, ha?
I-record ko na nga eh.
Because I think as a job seeker, I mean as an employer, with that email, alam mo na, gusto ko talaga to, okay. Or, dito ko sa isa.
Exactly. So positive scripting parate.
Positive scripting.
Okay, before we go to the sample CVs na do's and don'ts, this is just a quick question. Uso na ngayon yung resume na madaming add-ons.
Mga creative.
I was thinking
Creative.
about Elle Woods' Harvard application na may video siya na whatever.
Nakakatulong ba talaga yung mga ganon nowadays?
Mga infographic
It
CVs.
depends, I guess. So we have to think about what works with the job. If the job that you're applying for is in the creatives, let's just say writing or the visual arts. So if you're a photographer, you need to at least add a link on the resume to your folio, right? To your website. If you're a writer, I guess to your blog.
But if say you're applying to become an executive assistant,
You
non-creative,
You
it
don't.
doesn't help.
It does not. In fact,
is it a negative point?
it can sometimes be a detractor because sometimes it points to your lack of professionalism. Some people might think professional is plain, but it's really not the point. The point is we value the content rather than the presentation.
Content over presentation. Dami natin ko cross-stitch.
Okay. Gagawa ako ng libro. Kinuha yung content. I want to see it.
It's the most exciting part.
Okay, how do we write a good CV?
Okay.
We have visual images.
Yep. We
Okay.
need samples.
Hermione.
Okay, so could you explain this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this first resume is the typical resume of a fresh graduate with very little experience.
Okay.
I think the Filipino way is really attaching or mounting a photo on the resume. It's not a very common thing to do in the States, I guess, because of equal employment opportunity rules. Pero
Is this just in America or you mean
I think everywhere else.
I think in most places. In the Philippines, if you really can't help but add
A photo? Can't help.
make
Wag
sure
naman
that
yung
it's
ganyan.
professional.
Oo.
Professional dapat. A grad photo is gonna be fine.
Pero
especially
alam ba
for
niyang
fresh
ginamit
grad.
natin yung litrato niya?
Alam
She's
niya.
actually one of our instructors on resume writing.
Okay.
So
this is a
taken
Correct.
photo, not yung crinap mo lang sa Facebook
Tapos may
na,
cheek pa nung isang tao.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, if you notice the headers, they say skill summary and then right under personal data and then last education, which is a no-no. Because education is the most important thing to talk about when you're a fresh graduate. That's the only thing you've got, right?
Right.
So it has to be up top. And personal information like, gender, female, these are very obvious things that you don't need to add. So they're not value-adding items.
Right.
You might as well just remove them.
What if you're not a graduate? If you did not, if you don't carry a diploma, what would be, what would give value to a resume?
Still indicate whatever education you've got. Again, positive scripts. So don't say undergrad, say second year standing or fourth year standing with X number of units or something like that. Or completed academic requirements if what you're missing is a thesis. So still, there's some credit in 2 or 3 years of education.
Okay, can we take a closer look at the
next CV?
Here's a fresh graduate's CV, but better organized. So you notice the education and qualifications are up top.
At wala nang picture.
Correct, wala nang picture. And you notice that Hermione is a CPA, so her license as a CPA is written right under header, right? And then college education and then secondary education. Elementary education, not so relevant na, so we scrap that.
Right. This is for a fresh graduate.
This is for a
I'll
fresh
remove
graduate.
I noticed also in the first CV that was flashed, the email address was something like cutiegirl@hotmail, tama ba?
Yeah,
cutiegirl_Potter
Right.
at Rocketmail.
Hindi ko
So,
kaya Rocketmail 1991.
So dapat din yung email na nalalagay mo, hindi yung mga...
Correct. Hindi pwede yung, so one of my candidates, for instance, Toxic Scarlet at yahoo.com.
Toxic.
So, and it was a guy. So, so hindi ko pwede, diba?
Yeah.
Depressed.
It's great that
Better
you actually
name or-
saw that. That's
yeah.
a good eye for detail.
no email. Will you hire me? Wow.
I will.
No, kasi when I was in high school, since I was a big Lea Salonga fan, my email address was leaholic@yahoo.com.
Wow! Mine used to be butterflybrat@gmail.
Totoo? Akin, Wako047. Wow! Animaniacs!
Lin Pinugot. Hindi tayo
Ayun yan!
Lin Pinugot yahoo.com.
Ikaw na ang tawag sa awardee.
Fine, so may higher ng grade school.
Oo, ikaw na.
Bata pa lang baduy na.
Okay, so let's take a look again at the professional CV.
Okay.
Okay.
So there, the professional CV has education and then awards and recognition. Even if you made it to the dean's list in just one term, fine, include that on there. That still has value. The skills are also very job specific. So let's just say you're applying to be an auditor. Add in there auditing or accounting software that you used, not just any skill, right?
Sorry, I remembered when I was still in college and I really just wanted to write for magazines. So I was applying in Meg without any need to. Gusto ko lang talaga magsulat. So I wrote down all my skills, including swimming. Nila.
Baka ma-assign ka sa isang swimming class review.
Oo, pwede.
Or sa fitness sections.
I got
pwede
an
rin naman.
internship. But I didn't think it was necessary.
Awesome.
Okay.
So thank you, Neil, for spending time.
Bianca, was that helpful?
Yes, after this I will try to write one and have Lynn approve it.
And your email address is going to
Better
be
na.
I ask I to react.
Hindi pa rin pala.
So Neil, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure that
really
our
helpful.
viewers, our 10 viewers, enjoyed.
It's not true. We have 1 billion viewers. Uy! Nasira ang new media factory. Dami.
I'm sure they learned a lot. Are there any other last words or tips that you want? Yeah, advice.
Well, earlier you were talking about sincerity, right? I think that's really, really important. Even when coming clean about the not so awesome things in your work history, let's just say you actually were terminated, right? And this, we have to be honest, every now and then it happens to some of our friends. Then you just have to come clean, right? You have to package, you have to package yourself well on the resume, but come the interview, you just have to tell them, I actually didn't have a very good way of exiting X company, and you can justify that, you can elaborate a little further, and definitely the recruiter will appreciate that rather than finding out during the
background check, yeah.
Exactly.
There's always credit and courage.
Definitely.
Isa pa yung iko-cross-stitch. So thank you again, Neil.
My pleasure.
And
Thank you very much. We hope you learned from that. Okay, ready na ako mag-bye.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.